Nice to meet you. Sorry about Jack Sheldon backstage. I apologize.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to meet Merv.
I don't know what it is, but I seem to like men over 50. That's my demographic.
How about over 70?
Sure.
No, that's fine. Now that's James Spader.
That's James
I thoroughly enjoy his work, and that's a. Tell them what that movie's about. It's called Secretary.
None of you guys have seen it?
Some of you?
It's about a girl who gets a job as a secretary in a lawyer's office.
Yeah.
And they get involved in an S&M relationship together, which changes their lives, and they live happily ever after.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. Somewhat of an odd topic. Did you have any problem with that theme, the S&M theme, or?
Well, not so much the S&M theme by itself, but, you know, I think the movies, you know, I play a woman who plays a submissive in an S&M relationship. I mean, I think politically that's kind of a complicated thing to do.
Yeah.
When I first read the script, I got about 3/4 through it, and I loved it. I mean, I hadn't gotten to the end, but it was so good, and it was so funny. I was walking this really fine line. I loved it. And then I called everyone I could and said, I want to audition for this movie. And then I read the end, and I got a little nervous.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, it's political in a way that's compassionate and transgressive, you know, as opposed to, you know, it could have been a reactionary movie, and it just isn't.
Okay. And I guess people who saw it, they rave reviews for your performance. And didn't your phone machine have numerous messages?
Yeah. Well, when the movie opened, the day it opened, I was starting another movie, and we were doing camera tests. And when you do camera tests for a movie, you are kind of stuck in this warehouse all day. And so I got to this warehouse at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I knew that there was one good review for the movie because my mom had called me at like 3 o'clock in the morning the night before and said, oh, New York Times really liked it, and so I was excited about that. But then, you know, I was in this warehouse all day until, you know, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Working on another project.
Working on another movie, doing camera tests, you know, not really thinking about the fact that Secretary had opened. I was really in denial or scared about it, really, you know, and then I got out and I had like 50 messages on my phone saying, you know, that I had gotten really good reviews.
Here's one. I mean, this is just one review. This is Entertainment Weekly. There's a word for an actress who can go from nervous to winsome to raunchy to romantic in a heartbeat. The word is star. So you have to be flying high. I mean, outrageous reviews.
Well, you know, I've gotten bad reviews, too, in my life.
Do you remember those?
I
or do you forget those?
One of them, I remember word for word. Okay. It was a play that I did. It was the Los Angeles Times. It was a play that I did at the Taper, and they said that I was braying and aware of my effects.
What's the first word?
Braying.
And what's that?
I think it means, like, the noise a cow makes. You know, I think it's, like, a really bad thing to say about me. And you know, I had never gotten reviews good or bad before that, and I remember running out into the driveway to get the LA Times, and I opened it up and I read it, and I'm like, buy it, you know? So it's like, I feel like it's hard to avoid hearing about them when you get good reviews, and nobody calls you at all when you get bad reviews.
Yeah. I'll call you if you get a bad review.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, keep myself in perspective. But, you know, it's easy to, you know, it's not, you know, it doesn't, like, it doesn't make me go crazy, because I've gotten bad ones, too.
Yeah. You also have the other movie, Adaptation. Did you see the Golden Globes the other night when Harrison Ford said adaptation? Was I the only one that caught that?
I was there.
Did you hear him say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard that, but I didn't say anything.
I don't think anybody said anything.
Yeah, it was fine. It's Harrison Ford, whatever you want to call it, man.
Yeah. Adaption.
How was Merv's Hotel for the Golden Globes?
It was great.
Yeah?
You know, it was like, I mean, I've never been to anything like that before in my life. My mom got a Golden Globe, though. My mom won a Golden Globe.
Oh, really? Years ago?
Yeah, she's a screenwriter.
Oh, I didn't know.
She won one for this movie she wrote, Running on Empty. So I watched them my whole life. I mean, I grew up in Los Angeles. I watched them, and my brother and I would bet with chocolate chips on who was going to win and stuff. And I kind of imagined that it was going to... Well, I was worried that it would be so overwhelming that I wouldn't be able to handle it. You know, that I would get out of the car and it would be like just these hordes of people, and it was fine. You know, I told that to Merv, and he said, "What? My hotel was beautiful and great." I mean, it was incredible. But you know, like it was fine.
Yeah, well,
It was,
the red carpet, is that a good experience for you?
I was a little bit nervous because I was wearing the highest shoes I've ever worn in my life, but
Yeah.
I was fine.
See, I went one year and I wore
had the same
flats.
problem?
No, I don't wear the high heels. But you, yeah, the red carpet, the questions are kind of asinine, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I'm really good at it, I think, doing the red carpet in general. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if they just like talk to me for a second,
Yeah.
that's what makes the whole thing okay, is that I
Right.
can sort of look at someone in the eyes for a
Yeah.
second and talk to them for a second.
Yeah.
And hold on to something, too, because
Sure.
they're all
Right here.
they're
Here's
all
right there.
against us.
There it is.
But sometimes they ask you questions like, if you were going to give the boy you liked a Valentine's Day heart, what would it say?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, my brain stops.
You have to be clever. You have to write something clever on the spot. I mean, I would just leave. They ask these silly questions.
Yeah, or like, what kind of color lip gloss would you be
Purple.
if you were a lip gloss?
Purple.
Yeah, and then, you know, they didn't write that.
We got to have you back because we're running long because Merv and Jack have to sing.
Okay.
But you got to come back because we have more to talk about. Okay, sometime?